why should any project use the Ergo platform versus, say, using Komodo or Electronium? Sorry, not Electronium, Ethereum.
Mm-hmm. There are some more features in Ergo, right? So in the first place, it has much better support for light clients, right? Including stateless full nodes you can run on Raspberry Pis, for example, and also very efficient mobile clients with real SPV security, right? So if you target users with mobiles and if you think about real security SPV.
Spectre.ai, the world's first fraud-free, licensed and regulated digital contracts trading platform. Earn as much as 400% ROI. Affiliate link in description below. Spectre.ai, the world's first fraud-free, licensed and regulated digital contracts trading platform. You can trade with gold, silver and other currencies from as little as $1. Earn as much as 400% ROI. Affiliate link in description below.
Security, at least then you need to consider Ergo, right? So Ergo is also about much more strict and secure approach to contracts in comparison with Ethereum, right? So Ethereum is well known for a lot of issues, right, with security of its contracts. So Ergo is more safe, right? And the language is much more limited. So because of that, we already had formally verified contracts for crowdfunding, for example, like 3 months after launch, we had formally verified real crowdfunding contracts, right, with the real crowdfunding campaign happened on top of them. If you want better security of the contracts, right, then Ergo is also a good choice. Also, Ergo is more scalable, right? Because of its Bitcoin-like UTXO model than Ethereum, right? So, yeah, I don't know much about Komodo, right, to compare with. Ergo is more scalable and more friendly, right, to scalability solutions, let's say.
Right.
Unlike Ethereum, right? So there are talks, a lot of them in the Ethereum community, but it's still not there. So Ergo has storage rent. You can store anything for free, right, forever in Ergo blockchain. You need to pay for your contracts and your data to stay there, right? So Ergo is focused on the long-term survivability. Right, so if you like that approach, then Ergo is also your choice. Our Ethereum.
Very good. Now I'm going to have let me just share my screen with you. I'm going to have the links in the description below for the Ergo website and the Telegram group and stuff.
All right.
Ergo recently joined the Blockchain Privacy, Security and Adoption Alliance. Do you want to say a little bit about that? How did you join? Why did you join?
All right. Okay. So I believe we share the same first principles as these guys, right? So we started to discuss collaboration. Maybe.
Sorry, Alex, if you could move nearer.
Yeah. Sorry. 4 or 5 months ago, right? All the projects are very interesting, and all the projects of the Alliance have very warm and pretty productive communities, right? So I am also a big fan of Party Chain, and they are awesome guys as well, right? So and also other folks in our community, many of them know guys from Pirate Chain and other PPSAA projects for a while, right? So our community manager MX, for example, is well known to some Pirate Chain guys, and so on. So yeah, I mean, it seems we are standing on the same ground, right, with the BPSA folks, and yeah, it was very natural to join the alliance.
Okay, all right, thank you. And then what have you got lined up in the future for Ergo? What's coming up next on the roadmap?
All right, so so Ergo is community-driven project, right? So it's hard to predict. So recently, it was partnership with Cipra Wallet announced, and Cipra Wallet is made by some guys not being active members of the Ergo community, even just some fans. And yeah, this wallet will bring atomic swaps with Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies, and also non-interactive mixing for Ergo, right? And supposedly for Bitcoin as well, right? So for Bitcoin, there is some proposal, Bitcoin improvement proposal called Sneaker for non-interactive mixer, right? So still it's in the early draft, while Ergo already has mixers for both ERCs and custom tokens working in the mainnet. Right, so this wallet wasn't planned, right, but it's coming, and this is especially awesome, right, when some guys are coming and doing something without being asked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some wallets are coming, like 2 or 3 of them, with yeah, richer contractual capabilities and yeah, also decentralized exchange support. So yeah, what else? Pools are coming, right? And yeah, also some new partnerships and so on. So yeah, stay tuned.
Any exciting partnerships that you can hint at?
Yeah, so stay tuned. So yeah, maybe even next week there will be some announcements.
Okay. So we're recording this on Saturday, the 6th of June. And what date is the announcement going to be out?
Yeah, so we are still finalizing some details, but yeah, so we will have a general community chat, right? So we have bi-weekly general community chats and bi-weekly developers chats.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday, then we have some chats. So hopefully on Wednesday, yeah, it will be known. So Wednesday is June 10th.
June the 10th. Okay. Okay. We'll watch out for that. And I just want to check. I should have asked this earlier, but so it's a community project, no ICO, no pre-mine, just a clear launch. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fairly launched, and yeah, for first 2 years and a half, there is some there is some reward for Dev fund, right? So there is some treasury, which is controlled by multi-sig, right? By a few members, right, of the initial team, and there is also Dev fund board, right? So some voting is needed in order to designate this fund. So these funds been paid for grants. So the last grant assigned was about ledger wallet support, right? Yeah, so hardware wallet support. And yeah, so
is that happening? Alex, it's being integrated into the ledger wallet?
Yeah, so development is going on, right? So the ledger, the grant, the first part of it was paid actually to a developer, right? So development is going on. So yeah, we will have ledger support then soon, hopefully, right? So yeah, so Dev fund is paying for such things, right? So paying grants, and yeah, so if you have some ideas, so send your proposal to the Dev fund, right? Also, Dev fund is actually paying to some developers, and yeah, also paying for some listings, because yeah, these days, exchanges are very greedy actually.
Oh, they're going to get greedier, Alex. As we move into the bull run, they will get greedier.
Actually, for half of exchanges we are listed on, we didn't pay anything or paid just something for joint promotional campaigns, right? So the last exchange we listed on is CoinsBeat, and Dev Fund assigned some funds for airdrop campaign for CoinsBeat users, right? And so on. And currently there is voting going on System Coin Exchange, right? And Ergo is currently number 2, right? So not so bad. So System Coin is some Turkish exchange. So Ergo is number 2, and in case of winning, so Ergo Foundation will need to assign 20,000 ERCs for being distributed around System Coin users, right? So so for such campaigns and so on, so you need for some funds. It seems these days it's not quite possible to make a launch without this treasury, right? So you can launch something like Bitcoin, because then who will list you, right? So who will come and develop? So time.
Very good.
Time is different right now than 10 years ago.
Yes.
Very different, actually.
Yes. And if people want to get involved, I'll have all the links in the description below, because it is a community project. So if you like the sound of this, you can just start participating and getting involved and offering whatever skills and capacities you have to the community. All right. Anything else you want to let us know, Alex, that we haven't covered that might be useful for people to know?
All right. So please come to the community, right? So I believe our community is very warm, right? So it's growing also. So we have more and more developers.
Yeah.
Right. So we have more and more users, right, which are actively proposing something or helping us, right, writing articles and so on, so on. If you have some mining rig, then please consider joining a pool, right? Pools are coming, so you will have a chance soon to mine some ERCs, right? Even if you are a small miner, because currently it seems Ergo is for big firms only, right? So we have awesome community, so please come. And in regards with BPSAA, right? So if you have any ideas how to integrate other projects and other projects of the BPSAA, so Sentinel, Ether1, Pirate Chain, right, or Total Network with Ergo, then please come and propose. So maybe it will be supported by the treasury grants, or if you have some ideas, we would like to listen to them.
Sure, absolutely. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, let's have a look at the price of Ergo, the chart over the last 30 days, and this is on CoinGecko. So it's 23 cents. It's gone up 6.9% against the dollar and 9.4% in the last 24 hours. So now I can't ignore this, right? 85.9% down since in the last year, with an all-time high of $29.58. Oh my gosh!
Oh, but it was not for Ergo, but for pre-token we had, right? So
the token you had before. Okay.
Yeah. So before the launch, we had convertible notes token launched on the Waves platform, so it was very scarce, right? So during those bull run days of 2018, right? So it was pretty expensive, right, because of being very scarce. Right, and so on the launch we had spike like Zcash had, right, because the very first ERC tokens were scarce as well. So it's the same story as with Zcash and so on, right? So then in regards with pricing, so Ergo was about 50 cents for many months, right? Then failed because some miners started to dump, right? But so in last weeks, so Ergo found stable grounds about 20 cents, right? And recently, it started to grow, right? So so I'm not much familiar with trading, right, these days. But it seems that miners dumped now surrender it, right? So supply now is less than demand, right? So ergo prices growing, right? And with some new partnerships and announcements, so it's very interesting game going on for traders. So I guess traders would like ergo waves, right?
Yes.
So surfing of them. So traders, please come and trade. Also,
please come and trade. And
more liquidity is needed.
Yes, it's on.
Especially
Coinsbit, Waves Exchange, P2P2P.
Probit. So again, I'm not much about trading, but so I tried all these exchanges, right? As developer, right? So testing deposits, withdrawals, and so on. And so from my very personal opinion, right? So Probit and Hotbit maybe the best, and in terms of liquidity, Hotbit and Tidex.
Right.
Are number one. So Tidex is preferred.
Hotbit and Cytex in terms of percentage volume last 24 hours.
Sometimes Tidex, so miners are providing liquidity, mostly on Hotbit and Tidex, right? And sometimes liquidity appears on Tidex as well. That's
right.
Hotbit and Tidex are good because they have relaxed KYC requirements, right? So I don't know much about Cytex, right? But probably also the requirements are not very tight there. And Probit is actually a very good, very professional exchange also to me. And it's actually pretty big in South Korea, maybe like number 3 or 4 in South Korea.
Right.
Right, and South Korean market is huge.
Yes.
But some miners don't like to put liquidity on Probit for some reasons. So not so much liquidity you can find there, unfortunately.
And with exciting news coming up with announcements and everything over the next week and next few months, it could be quite positive.
So I can't predict price, right? So I'm not doing trading actively since 2013, right? So since the first crypto winter of mine, which happened after the Chinese ban in autumn 2013. Right, so a long time ago. But still, so it seems, we have a lot of folks joining community, right? So. So sometimes they complain that it is not possible to find enough liquidity to buy, right? So we had some liquidity on OTC desks, right? So those miners dumping in previous weeks, so they appeared on John's OTC desk, which is known around Telegram, pretty well known maybe. Right, so it was like 400,000 ERCs offer, right? So now it's disappeared, so it seems this amount was eaten, right, on exchanges likely even. Right, so on other OTC desks, so other offers disappeared as well, like there is a dedicated room on Xi OTC Discord server, right, which is also pretty known, right? So it seems currently, demand is more than supply. So then, prices growing up.
Prices going up, very good
under such circumstances, right? But let's see. But so I'm more focused on delivering things, right? Not being worried about the price. But so price is important. It seems after all in 2020. right? Because when prices going up, so we have a lot of new folks joining the community, right? For obvious reasons, probably, right? Also, yeah, you know, a lot of traffic coming from exchanges, it seems. So when people are seeing something being on the quick rise, then they're joining social media channels like Telegram and Discord, right? And also folks which are staying in the community for a while also going to be much more active when price is going up. So yeah, I mean, then price matters, right? But
Yes.
I mean, you need to be focused on delivery.
Yes. Well, Alex, looking at this, it seems like the price has bottomed out. Bitcoin has just halved, and Bitcoin will carry the rest of the market with it. And I think Ethereum will to a certain extent. And then you've got all the developments going on as you're building your ecosystem, and the product becomes more and more developed with more and more features. And then more and more people will come in. And, you know, there were people, not me, who were fortunate enough to buy Litecoin and Ethereum when it was 25 cents. So who knows where this will be in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years time. So I would invite people to take a longer term view. You know, I wish I'd bought Bitcoin 10 years ago when it was 25 cents.
All right.
Know about it. All right. Okay. Well, look, that's that on price. Let's get back and have a look at continue the conversation.
Yeah. So in regards with pricing and community development and so on, right? So yeah, I actually mined my first Litecoins when Litecoin was about 3 to 4 cents. Right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was possible to mine Litecoin with a CPU back then. And yeah, I mean, I did some tricks, yeah, to mine it on a lot of CPUs. I can discover in public. All right, yeah, but they were legal, yeah, but yeah, but still I can't discover them. Okay, so. Yeah, so I mined Litecoin. Yeah, and it was possible to mine it with CPUs before the first pump. Yeah, the first pump was about Litecoin going from 3 cents to like 50, right? And so on. Yeah, so you can remember those days, right? So hopefully, well, the growing proof of work cryptocurrency will repeat the same pattern, right? But there is another example in the space which is motivating a lot, I guess, which is Monero, right? So
yeah,
so Monero. So if you take a look into Monero price, right? So it was very flat initially, right? In 2014, right? So yeah. So yeah, it was very flat, right, in early years, like maybe even 2 or 3 years, right? So Monero was launched in 2013, right? So even before CoinMarketCap was launched, right? Then so the price, well, yeah, so was more or less. Oh, it was up to $5, but yeah, so still it was.
That was the peak, but in January 2015, it was in mid-20s. It was really
right. So yeah, the price was pretty much flat for long time, right?
Yeah.
For Monero, before the 2017 bull run, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So see, it was flat for like 1 year and a half, right, or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, and then this spike, right? Closer to 2017, right? Then bull run, was good for Monero, but then Monero actually survived crypto winter of 2019 pretty well, right?
Yep.
In comparison with others, I mean. And Monero is actually focused on community development, right, and delivery. right? Then it's surviving crypto winters pretty well. I mean, in comparison with many others, right?
Yes.
So then I think if Ergo community will be concentrated around community development and delivering the real things, right? Then if we will have a bull run coming, right? Again, I'm not sure if it's coming or not. Then in the first place, Ergo will perform very well, right, during the bull run. But then after the bull run, right, so there is a question how to survive another crypto winter, right? So I personally survived like 3 crypto winters to the moment. Like 3, I guess.
Yes, and more to come as well. There will be more crypto winters when the bull run does come, which is coming. I think
right, but
early stages. People will
but if you are delivering real things, right, and if community is active, right, and still growing, then so hopefully we will survive crypto winter after the bull run coming pretty well, right, and then the next bull run will be even better, right, for Ergo.
Yes.
So I mean, there are some things you need to concentrate, right? And then proper pricing will come.
Very good.
You will be rewarded by it, right? By doing proper things.
Well, Alex, listen, thank you so much for taking the time out to appreciate it. मुझे बहुत मजा आया. I have मैंने आपसे
शुक्रिया.
सीखा.
शुक्रिया मेरा दोस्त.
No problem at all. For anybody who's watching, please, if you have any comments, questions, put them in the description below about Ergo. And between now and go join the Telegram group, go find out about it. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with Erg profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Alex signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.